Hey folks, welcome to Mr. P's Film Review again. It's me with another retrospective review of Doctor Strange. In case you didn't know, if you've been following me, I've been doing a review of every Marvel film up until the release of Captain Marvel, which comes out in March this year. Doctor Strange is the 14th film, should I say, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Benedict Wong, Mads Mikkelsen, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. In this film, we see Benedict Cumberbatch in the title role of Doctor Strange, a prominent surgeon who, after encountering a horrific car crash, he loses the use of his hands. He sets out on a trek in the Middle East to help find a cure for his illness, but in doing so, he stumbles across the mysterious arts, and he discovers himself to be a powerful sorceress who must defend the world against the evil source that is Dormammu. This, again, for me, when I watched this film, I was like, how are they going to put Doctor Strange on the screen? Considering the fact that he's one of the lesser known characters within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I've only seen references to him in the cartoon version of Spider-Man that was done in the 90s. Love that show. And I thought, how are they going to do it? And who are they going to find to do this task? Benedict Cumberbatch in the title role. I was a bit hesitant. When I saw him in the makeup, I thought, okay, you know what? He could pull this off. But again, Marvel is known for its slapstick, its humour. How will Benedict Cumberbatch pull this off? After all, this is a guy that is a classically trained theatrical actor who is well known for his dramatic performances. After watching the film, I can honestly say that it was a thoroughly enjoyable watch from start to finish. And a very, very solid entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but also a solid introduction as to who Doctor Strange really was. Benedict Cumberbatch did really, really well. And again, his comedy timing, his interpretation of Doctor Strange, I thought was really, really good. Also, Benedict Wong as his ally in this film. Now, I like what they did with this character. The character did come under scrutiny in the comic books and the cartoons purely because he was an Asian who was relegated to being the subservient of Doctor Strange. He knew martial arts, etc. You know, just adding to all the stereotypes, but they moved away from that. And they gave us a real three-dimensional character. And Benedict Wong was on charismatic form. I found it to be really, really funny, and it was a really, really great addition to the character of Doctor Strange. Also, great supporting characters. Chiwetel Ejiofor, Mads Mikkelsen, two of the best supporting actors in the business. They were all on fine form here as the villains. And I love the visual effects in this film. Easily some of the best that have come out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe thus far. It is reminiscent of Inception and Matrix when they are travelling between worlds. And it was a really, really exhilarating experience. And rightly so, this film was nominated for an Academy Award in the Best Visual Effects department. One of the main criticisms I had with this film, and I think a lot of people had, was that the Ancient One, played by Tilda Swinton, in the comic books, it was an Asian character. Now, you could have found a lot of Asian actresses to play this role, but they hired a white actress, and in doing so, the film came under scrutiny for whitewashing. And again, it's something that you can't get away from. It's like, you know what, when are we going to start getting away from this and start hiring Asian actors to play Asian characters in films like this? But with that being said, you can't take it away that Doctor Strange was a thoroughly enjoyable watch. And again, it's got all the hallmarks of a great Marvel film, great comedy, great action sequences, some emotional depth. I like how it interacts with other Marvel characters as well. The late Stan Lee also makes a cameo appearance. Wouldn't be a film without him as it was. And again, now that that young man has passed, what will the Marvel Cinematic Universe be like? I can't watch a film without thinking, okay, when are we going to see Stan Lee? We're going to see Stan Lee. But we'll see what they'll do. But it was a thoroughly enjoyable watch. A very, very solid introduction. And I put it up there with Black Panther and Captain America, the First Avenger, in terms of a good introductory experience into who this character was. And hopefully what we get to see from him in the future. So I loved every minute of it. And I can't wait to see what the sequel will hold. And hopefully we get to see a sequel in 2020. So, with that being said, I will give Doctor Strange a very, very strong 8 out of 10. Benedict Cumberbatch did very, very well. Pleasantly surprised with what he brought to this role. And I'd like to see what he does next. He did a lot with Avengers Infinity War. So I'd like to see what he does next in future Marvel films coming up. So, that's my review of Doctor Strange. We are 14 films in. We've got a few more to go, but I will get them done. Again, still having technical issues with my camera equipment, but I'm going to come back stronger. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, leave your comments as what is your favourite Marvel film, and I shall see you on the next film review.